Welcome everybody to the Two Sides of a Coin podcast episode. I don't fucking know.
116.
116. Thank you, Dels, because I forgot to ask, as I usually do before the cast, and that is how long it's been since we casted, because I didn't even fucking ask.
Yeah,
but 116, episode 116 of the Two Sides of a Coin podcast. Of course, I'm one of your hosts, Frank, a.k.a. Beld, or as the boys now know me, what is it?
Bitch next door.
Thought it was Certified Lover Frank, but all right, we'll move on.
Little Dick McGee.
Thought we dropped that one in the last two episodes. All right. Of course, I'm here with the gang, the squad, my brothers, as well as my co-hosts. To my right, Delson Triple D Helicopter himself, himself. Of course, landing on all the freshest of
today's
lawns
just
now.
clumsy, huh? Frank is not
This is-
flowing
hey.
the way he's flowing. No, I know. I understand.
Everything is off about this cast.
I understand.
What date? What
time.
fucking time?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
feel
and
you.
when we came back. What has it been? What has it been, Dels?
Like a good four or
So
5
like-
weeks.
So like a good 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy how fast time
I felt like
goes.
that was like 3 weeks.
No, it's been 4 weeks
4
at
or
least.
5 weeks.
Just for if this is the first time you ever listen, we normally record on Mondays, drop Tuesdays. We
Mhm.
normally record around 8:30, 9. It's currently 10:30, basically. So we're strung up on caffeine.
I
that's
was
stronger
literally about to say that. I'm like, and there's a good chance because my heart is palpitating. That is why my speed, like my brain is working faster than how I could talk.
Yeah,
And that's why I'm
like,
fucking up because I think this
feel
coffee that you gave me, this is the second time, and I've said on this cast before this coffee, but this is the second time, and that shit works.
than yeah.
bro, it feels
My
good.
hands are sweaty.
Yeah, it's a little different experience, guys.
I feel good.
Yeah, right.
Very good.
It's like where like people get like smacked on shrooms and like
Yeah,
do shit.
bro, dead ass.
That's dead ass like what it sounds like because
Not
we're all like kind of
psychedelic.
frazzled, right?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
bro.
And this is legal; you can buy it at Publix. I will not tell you what brand because they ain't paying us shit, but
Facts.
it's strong.
Good shit.
The strongest.
And of course, not see, look at that. Last but not least,
No.
everybody's favorite, the superstar, the Kama Sutra Don himself, the guy who never believed in condoms, and he still doesn't. We all like to know him as the nastiest, filthiest, grossest, horniest. I was gonna say sexiest, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give you a compliment. All right, fuck it, sexiest, horniest, man. Being right, Raw Dog McGraw from the East, West, South, and North. Welcome back.
What up?
How's it going, brother?
It's going good. I'm alive, bro. Fucking alive. Made it here.
Wow. Now
What?
that it just clicked with me why you said that.
Yeah.
Because it really damn, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit's
A
happened.
lot of shit has happened since the last time we casted, us
yeah.
three.
Part of the reason why we haven't been casting.
Yeah. Of course, Joe's not here. I wish you were if you are listening. I miss you, bro. We all miss you here at the cast. Yeah, episode 116. Two sides of a podcast, of a coin podcast. Sorry. So first and foremost, like Delson said, we are completely on a different day, different time. So, excuse me for the bad formalities at the beginning.
Oh,
And I'm not
man.
as good as-
Don't say fucking sorry.
And consistent
them. They
as
gonna
I
take it how we
usually
give
like
it to
doing
them.
this with my sword sharpened. And today it feels a little dull, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're going to roll with the punches.
Hell yeah.
So we love to, of course, start the show with what we've been up to since the last cast. And God Almighty, we've got to have something, right, fellas, for the last 5 weeks.
Let me just real quick. Let me just.
Sure, while I take a sip of my potion.
Yeah, it's an elixir for sure. If this is the first time you ever listen to us, subscribe. We're on YouTube at Two Sides Podcast.
Nelson's making me look bad. He's all on point, and I'm all on.
Nah, Dawson, go ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah,
D.
Apple. If you're on Apple or wherever you're listening, subscribe there, or you can check out our episodes on twosidespodcast.com. Every time we use it, we're spelled out, so TWOpodcast.com. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, same thing, TWOpodcast.com. So twosidespodcast.com. I'm sorry. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to just do that because we always forget,
Plugs.
and then we can go from
We
there.
needed those. But yeah, of course, as Delsa said, we do try to do this every week. but sometimes life gets in the way, especially the last 5 weeks for all three of us. We've been hit with some sort of eventful thing or something that wasn't in our plans to have done.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, let's just, I guess, catch up the audience with what we've been up to. Does anybody want to start first?
I don't care. I can start first if you
You
want.
want to start first? All right, go
Sure.
ahead. Sure.
Well,
He never wants to start first, which means he wants to
yeah,
say
I
something.
want to get it
off.
over with. And fuck March. Fuck last month, bro. That's all I can say. All right, your turn.
So it wasn't March Madness.
No, man. Fuck.
So you wasn't balling like March Madness.
Bro, okay, let's start off.
No. Let me stop you before you get somewhere a little bit negative. I'm not going to let him do that to March Madness because whatever the fuck that was not March Madness.
Yeah. Bro, that was my rendition of Future.
What the fuck did that sound like?
Future. Sound like Future if you ever heard the song.
That's just,
me tragic.
that shit sound. I don't
I
know.
just
what
played
it
for the
sound.
Mavericks. Huh? Come on, give me something here, brother.
No,
Yo, man.
that shit. He destroyed one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time.
Yo,
Whatever. I thought I was on point with the cadence, but guess not. Go ahead, Bri.
Sorry, man.
Okay, since the last time, I don't know if this happened exactly the same week that we stopped recording or the week after, but I was in a very almost life-threatening car accident.
For real.
I was driving down the street and basically someone ran a red light and hit my car on my fucking driver's side and almost hit my door, bro. I have a broken rib right now. That's still healing. And yeah, man, I was just like a crazy situation because I drive past the intersection.
And the guy tried to get away, right?
Yeah. But that was the gist of it. But in detail, basically I was just driving down the street. I was on Bluetooth with my mom. She was on the car. And out of nowhere, I kind of look on the side of my, in my peripheral. Yeah. And out of nowhere, I just see a car's headlights coming straight for me. Like, it wasn't nighttime yet, but I obviously, I could just see the lights. Obviously, it was off. I looked to the left, and boom. Next thing I know, I kind of come to because somebody's, outside of the car trying to get me out. And they, woke me up because my fucking driver's side fucking mirror window just was off. So he's trying to wake me up, and I wake up with fucking
wait, so you were
not breathing? Out? Yeah, I was knocked out, bro.
That's crazy.
I hit my head, both sides. I hit my chin. I had a big ass bump on my chin. I had a big ass bump on the other side of my head right here.
Shit, bro.
So I was knocked out for a second. This Brazilian, I think he was Brazilian, but I know he wasn't speaking Spanish, or I was fucked up that I didn't even understand.
Was it those scenes in Saving Private Ryan? We're like.
You know what? Kinda like that. I didn't hear the ringing, but I couldn't breathe because I got the wind knocked out of me. So I woke up not being able to breathe. I was scared as fuck. I thought I was gonna pass out.
Knowing how immature I would be, in that situation, I'd have Ryan. I was Tom Hanks in the movie.
Okay?
Yeah.
Oh. And then it's just fucking D-Day and shit. There's bombs blowing up and shit.
You just act like it. Oh, shit.
It would have been cool like that if I was with somebody that could laugh with me about it. Yeah. Nigga, when I got out the car. So he helped me out. I had to get out the passenger side. Obviously, my driver's side was fucked up. Damn. But anyway.
Your big ass trying to get out the passenger gotta be a wild sight.
Yo, and everything was everywhere. Yo, luckily that car was really good because the cab didn't get fucking damaged at all, bro. That shit was crazy. But anyway, yeah, so I got out the car and I just started laughing because I only had $140 to pay off that car.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
And my battery was hanging out on the street. So I found so much irony in it right away, and everyone was kind of staring at me because I was laughing and I was in a life threatening.
You just instead of crying, you're like, let me just laugh through this.
Yo. Dead ass, because it was funny. I was just damn, I was just about to pay that shit off. I was literally telling everyone that because I was
you were, bro.
I was disoriented.
You were,
And I was telling everyone that because
Hey,
this shit is fucking crazy.
What I tell you about that whole thing about the crib, about like putting that energy out there, even if it's not like, even if you're putting it out there just for the people you want it, sometimes people catch wind of that shit, man. There's just just wish bad. I'm not saying that's the reason why obviously some dickhead hit you, but I'm just saying like it's just weird how sometimes that happens.
Yeah,
man.
like when you celebrate something.
Yeah,
and that's what made me really depressed.
It's quick.
Bro.
God is, or with just life is quick to humble you.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's what got me really. That was really what had me. I was like extremely upset, like emotionally, because obviously I spent time to try to fix it, and I thought I was gonna get a big win. I wouldn't have to have a payment anymore, and boom, I got a fucking huge out, but it's all good. I'm gonna get mine back, so it's all good. I'm still in
You
pain.
technically already got paid for the whip, no?
Huh?
Didn't you get paid for the whip?
Yeah, but there's still.
So where the Lambo at?
Still need more.
We need that Lambo.
I'm in pain, so I still need compensation for that.
Bro, you good? You got a cracked rib. That's it. It's like facts. You have medical records that you have a cracked rib.
Exactly.
It's over. Like you gonna win, my dude.
Exactly.
It's no problem. Unless the guy's like, oh, he called me a racist name.
Oh shit.
And now you're working against racism and prejudice.
Johnny Cochran.
Exactly.
He did not hit him with.
You're
his
like all fucked up. The guy's like, it's like clear video of the guy hitting you with the red light. Oh yeah, we could definitely hear where you said N-word.
Yeah, and not only that, homie tried to run on us.
I know.
And fucking that ass got out of his car, and it's crazy because he
got out the
hurt.
car and tried to run. I thought you said like he kept trying to drive with the car.
No, he got out the car. Yes, sir.
On his feet.
Yes, sir.
Who got him?
You know why he ran? So the people that were there helping me, one of them actually seen the guy's face and everything, and he pointed him out to the police.
The guy was like hiding in Taco Bell or something.
Nah, he was just driving behind me, I think, or something. He was in
he's saying
car next to me.
No, I'm saying like after he ran.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know how they caught him,
but I know he had something on him that he wasn't supposed to. He had a gun without a license on him.
That's probably why he's trying to get off, bro.
Exactly.
That's crazy, bro.
He would have been smart to grab the gun and run and get rid of it.
You know what, D?
But it's the heat of the moment. You wouldn't know. The craziest shit is the way
probably hurt.
Dude, this is
the way my mom explained the story. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say this would be a great time for you to test your editing skills and just shop the photo of Brian's car right here. Now. All right. There's the car. He almost
but yeah, Brian, mom was on the phone with Brian while he got in the accident.
I know.
So she was on the phone and she freaked out. She like went crazy.
She thought someone was trying to rob me.
So she said that she was on the phone with Brian. She didn't hear the crash, and then she suddenly started to hear people talking. His phone, he's on his phone. They were trying to say, and basically they were just saying that his phone was still connected or whatever the fuck. And then Brian responded after. So mom was freaking the fuck out, OD.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but when I pulled up, Brian's standing on the side of the road, so I'm like, oh, he's all right.
No,
see, the car dead ass looks like mincemeat. Like,
bro,
you fucking destroyed.
No, that's true. Like, that car dead ass, that looked like was... For the injuries that you had, it felt like you should have way more.
Yeah.
And
bro.
So you're like, bro, that cracked rib is... That cracked rib is a blessing in disguise, low key, because it's a injury, a major one, not life threatening, but now it's gonna help you.
Yeah.
Down the line, get a reward, God willing first, because you deserve it, bro. After that shit, you deserve it.
And I was just driving down the street, minding my own business, bro.
Yeah,
I was paying attention and everything. I looked to the left, all of a sudden, boom. I'm like, God damn, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, at least you
shit happens.
Yeah, shit happens.
Other than that, everything's been pretty good. I have a little bit. Again, I feel like every time I come on this fucking cast, I have another new lease on life, and honestly, it feels different now. Like I'm gonna
that's
fucking
so true, Brian.
Yeah, I know.
That's you know what? That's because of us fucking taking a month in between every fucking.
Nah, it's honestly, and I'll be mature for a second. Brian has some traits that make things difficult for him, and a lot of the things that happened to him over the course of the last year have helped him break those habits. So the person that Brian was this time last year is totally different than the person that he is now. And a lot of the shit that's happened in the last course of the year has helped him get there. Like good shit and bad shit. Like this is bad shit, but Vegas was good shit.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
those type of things have helped Brian be the person he is today, and it's going to continue to happen. So yeah, new lease on life is.
Me,
I think that just goes.
No. I mean growth,
Yeah,
not necessarily
I know
negative
what you
shit,
mean, bro. I'm
Right.
just-
And I believe that should always be like everybody's. Like we should always grow and change in different ways from life itself. And even if it was a, crazy event like the car accident for you, or the appendix almost bursting on you that year,
Jesus Christ, bro.
like all those things, as extreme as it was, it helped you in some way. Just like what Delsa said, the Vegas thing, like that was an extreme trip for you. Like that's not something you do. So for you, it's like, oh, okay, I could do this. I could go somewhere else now. And
No, it's not. It wasn't that. It was the outlook that Brian had about.
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
No, he had
now
no
it's
negative.
changed him. Now that he's in Vegas and he experienced that, now he probably has a different outlook, more positive on wanting to be out and going to other places instead of being at the crib. And then that, whatever else, you feel like he was pessimistic about.
Right.
Because you've always been a pessimist. I mean, we can all say that.
Very.
Yeah, so it's okay. I mean, it happens with life. People depressed. And I feel like at times, that's funny, we could probably just stay right there. Being that, unless you have more you wanted to add.
Nah, bro, that's it. I mean, I don't want to fucking have anything else to talk about at this point because, fuck, I mean,
meaning you don't want anything else like added to it, like that's bad.
Man,
You
that's
just
all I want.
positive.
That's
I feel you,
it.
bro.
The accident and that's it. Nah, but just taking it day by day, bro. And I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna, grow with this and hopefully within the next year I could, do something else and turn it around even harder and shit on life. Shit on March.
Kick it in the dick.
Next year, March is gonna be even a better year of March for me.
Exactly. Because you're gonna be with me.
He said turn it around hard, and I wasn't sure.
Turn it around extra hard.
I wasn't sure if that was a pause or
Real hard, Dels.
Face down too.
not.
I kind of wanted to just add to what Delsa was.
Brian.
Well, Brian was saying in reference to life, like teaching you should, as it should. Because in my most recent, like the 5 weeks that we've been out, God, I didn't even know. It felt like 3, but even if, I've noticed that like.
All right, Joe.
I think he was.
Joe made an appearance.
I think he. Joe used to be on his snap all day on the cast.
Fuck.
Nah, but it was what I was gonna say is like, for me, life taught me within the 5 weeks, and I didn't really have anything eventful because I already talked about Puerto Rico on a previous cast, right?
Yes, we did.
So it wasn't that far from that time. Okay, I went to New York City. It was more so not a vacation. It was more of a
the family
trip. To go see some family, as there's major changes happening in the dynamics of my household. So, since that is a lot of different parts moving and a lot of, emotions that I have to kind of weave through just to make sure that I'm, rightful in my mind and then being sensitive to other people. But where I'm trying to get to is with this trip, I noticed that it's okay. And I've come on this cast before and like try to downplay, for example, Bri, the pessimism. Like Bri can easily be like, oh, this shit happened to me. And like the car accident happened to me. And I'll it's whatever. It's life. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Brian being like, yo, this car accident happened to you, fucking sucks. I hate this shit. I'm sad about it. It affected me.
Shit, that's how I was the first day. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga.
Right. What I'm saying is like, I noticed on this trip that that's my issue. Like, I tend to just be like, oh, all right, whatever. Like, oh, well, my life can be way worse, or this can be way worse. Like, I tend to sweep my problems under, or not my problems, my feelings on things under a blanket of, oh, well, it can always be worse. And I noticed that tends to evolve to harvest negative emotions that they don't lead me to pessimism. But what they do lead to is rage that I don't know I have. So then this trip, and I'm not going to get into specifics because it's family shit.
Right.
But this trip made me notice that I have that. And I unleashed it for someone that it wasn't for.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I immediately regretted it after. Like, and I noticed, like, damn, why the fuck I feel like, what was that about?
Right.
Had a conversation. My sister and Lucas, shout out to y'all. Y'all listening. They don't listen.
Facts. No family.
But was talking to them, and she kind of pointed out to me, like, yo, you tend to not allow yourself to feel feelings. Like, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel mad. Those are normal human things. Like, just because a person in Zimbabwe can't eat and you just broke your PS5 controller doesn't mean you're not allowed to be mad about that.
Your PS5. Right?
Yeah. You're still validating that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very interesting. I never had somebody kind of analyze me like that because, no, to be fair, like, us as friends, we've never really created that space for us to be expressive like that with our feelings. It's just how we are because we kind of deflect our feelings with jokes instead.
Well, it's because we had to at the time as a defense mechanism, and then it works for us as a unit to act like that with each other. But I have a feeling, and I know for a fact that if I have someone to confide in, I mean, I could confide on pretty much everyone that I know as far as that group chat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we try to not be thinking about our feelings because every day when we would go home, we would have some weird shit with our family, after we would hang out with each other. And then we would hang out at each other and forget about the shit that we had going on at home. Yeah. And we would joke on each other and shit like that because it's like, what the fuck is worse? I mean,
I'll give y'all, I give this bit of advice to Brian. I'll give it to you too. And before I go any further, anybody that's listening, yo, we are never this serious, but for right now, we'll be that. Y'all laugh with us soon, but you'll learn for now. I tell this to Brian all the time. When Brian gets really upset about things, I tell him he has to feel it. He has to allow himself to feel it. Whatever it is, if you're going to be upset, you're going to be mad, you're going to be angry, give yourself a day, give yourself 2 days to be upset about it, but don't run from it. Lean into it. I feel like I'm emotionally intelligent, so there's days that I know that I feel like shit for whatever the reason, and I lean into it and I allow myself to feel that way. And then, but you can't live there, and you just get past it. Whatever the reason is that you're upset about, whatever it is, you lean into it. You could be sad enough to cry, whatever it is. Just go ahead and feel it to its fullest, and then let it go.
Yeah, that's it.
Because otherwise, that's the only healthy way to continue to move forward. Yeah. If you seal everything up, you ain't getting nowhere. Y'all always look at me like as the most inert person. Like, yo, Delson doesn't have a soul or feelings. No. Most people say that. Like, right. I always get Delson has serial killer tendencies. And I get that all the time. That's like all the time. That's like super regular. And it's because I'm good at doing what I just expressed to you. It's like I allow myself to feel it. I'm alone more than most people. So I allow myself to feel it by myself. Yeah. And then once I'm passing, and it's over. It's gone. I can't dwell in it. It's the same as fatigue physical. Like, I was tired as fuck. I was laying on the couch waiting for you to get here. And I just I allowed myself to be tired in that moment. And then the death shit definitely helps. But I allowed myself to be tired in the moment. And then I eventually got to stop feeling sorry for yourself and get up and do what you got to do. Yeah. Same reason why y'all get up in the morning. Exactly. If y'all really wanted to feel bad for yourself, y'all could stay in bed and not get up. Yeah. But eventually you got to power through and go to work. You got to go get this money. It's the same thing with everything else.
Yeah, I think for me, it's more so a case of like serious things. Like a lot of serious things that happen in my life. Like, for example, I'm a caregiver. Like, I'm official by law caregiver. Right. So, like, I was talking about that situation, and I was like, yeah, I don't have time to be like sad or mad about anything. Like, my life is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I do this for other people. And they were like, well, it's okay to feel bad. Like, it's okay to be mad about your situation. Like, yeah, you're doing it for the right reasons. And you're doing it out of the good of your heart. But idealistically, as a 30-year-old man, I don't want to be wiping up adult shit. Like, It's just the realistic facts of life. It's not something I want to do. I do it. But it's not something that makes me happy. Do it.
Oh, play with the words. See, you laugh.
So for me, it's like I think it's more so of like me allowing myself to feel emotions that I deem negative.
Yeah.
Because I don't usually allow that. So like I think that was one thing, and they were like, "Yeah, you should probably go to therapy."
Yeah.
But I don't know if I don't think I feel comfortable enough to speak to someone
that's random and
shit. No. To be honest, speaking to people who don't really know me like that, I think was the best thing.
Sense.
Like, not saying my sister doesn't know me, but it's two people who aren't in my life day to day. You know what I'm saying? Or week by week. Like, they are through phone, but they don't see how I am, minute to minute behavior. So it was just more eye opening for me. Like, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe I'll work on that. Like, all right, if I get pissed or something, I'll allow myself to be mad or whatever it is. Because, like I said, like, what transpired from that, meaning my outburst, was for me was out of character. I'm not like that. Like I don't like to ever get bent out of shape ever. I like to be level-headed, logically, emotionally all the time.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I've always been that way. I never allowed. Not to say I used to allow a lot of little things to get to me, and then I didn't. But then that evolved to not allowing anything to get to me, which then evolves into me harvesting negative energy, and then that becoming negativity towards anybody that's around me, which that's not the answer, and that's not the way I never want to be around my friends and not want to be around my friends because of another situation. But bro, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know who pressed me the other day? I'm just bouncing off of what you said. Senya. She pressed me. She says she's never seen me out of character.
Senya Bay?
No.
Yo, I forgot about that. I was, you know what?
Nobody
it
knows
came up
Senya
ahead.
Bay.
But who? Which one?
Jorge's fiance.
There's a lot of Senyas.
Jorge's fiance. She pressed me when we went Sunday Fun Day. You saw how we was out?
Yeah.
She pressed me. She says she's never seen me out of character ever.
Yeah.
Never seen me like upset.
Okay.
Only if she was there for that New Year's where you kicked the guy in the face.
Oh God.
That was all the out of character I needed to see.
Yeah, she's never seen me out of character.
Who the guy never
seen you tight. The only reason why I bring it up is because he mentioned that he's always like, in form, let's say.
Yeah.
She says she's never seen me out of character. Drinking, she sees me drinking a whole bunch, but she never sees me like loose or like out of anything.
Or like twerking. She ain't never seen you twerk.
I feel like I'm pretty
emotional. Why you twerk?
You're emotional when you drink?
No. Yes. But that I've controlled from drinking and getting used to drinking. But yes, I used to be very emotional.
Brian's always been emotional.
Yeah?
I'm an emotion. Yes.
Yes. Brian's super emotional.
I don't know.
Being angry is an emotion.
Okay, well then say Brian has an anger issue. That's a different thing than just saying emotional. Someone who's emotional is erased from different emotions.
No,
I guess you're right.
One person that suffers from anger issues.
How ridiculous and obnoxious does Brian laugh when you're around him?
All the time.
When he gets angry, he's super loud about it.
Yeah.
Anything when he's sad, he's super sad. Brian doesn't have like a level.
Nah, I don't think I ever seen you sad, man. I feel like
literally the other day I was bawling, crying, and sounding like a kid, like because
I can't wait till the fellas hear this chat,
bro.
Hear this cast, they gonna come at you.
Fuck,
you know who
have them come for you, but this is what you gotta. This is what you gotta do. Just tell them they know where you live. They got your address. If they got a problem, pull up.
Yo, Delson be using that. Delson be using that term.
Delson showing where his anger is.
No, they ain't issues.
He's trying to fight all his friends.
If you got a problem, you know exactly where to find me. I got a lot of open room right here in the crib. You can leave with your chichong.
Oh shit. Yeah. Nah, but yeah, I definitely was on the phone crying with Delson on the. Yo, why does shit always have to happen to me?
I could
And
see
then
where
I
that-
just got
that
over it.
mindset come.
Yeah.
I just never seen it. So for me
Right.
personally, I've never seen you sad or depressed. I seen you pissed for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely seen you mad. Or
That's still considered
that's
emotional,
about
though.
it. No, I'm not
I
saying.
see
of
what
course,
Frank. I see what Frank is saying too, and I see what you're
Of course,
saying.
anger
Oh, wait,
is an
I-
emotion. But if you're a person who just strictly feels anger all the time,
That doesn't mean you're
Oh, no.
emotional.
you're not
It
an
just means you're
emotional
angry.
person. You're
Oh,
just
no.
a person that deals with
Nah,
anger
Brian's not
issues.
always angry.
I
That's what I
just
just
never-
said. That's what I was giving the other examples. Like
That's-
when Brian's mad happy, he's so annoying.
That's what I'm saying. Like for me, I've only ever seen Brian either
just
happy
like NY Frank.
or fucking, or I've only seen Brian ever happy or I've only seen him angry. I've never seen you like, yo, bro, this bitch got me fucked up.
Oh, that's
like,
true.
I've never
That would
seen
be the
you-
last thing. You
I don't
say.
think I've ever.
See, that is a man that taps into an emotion.
No. It's the
There you
example.
go.
It's the example you used.
Yeah, but the girl.
You missed it. You missed it. He didn't realize that the example that he used is the reason why he's like, oh yeah, you would never see that.
Yeah, that'll never be the reason you feel like that. You better hope
Man,
she
she
don't listen to
ate-
this shit.
She listens.
Yo, she ate the last snack. Yo.
Yo,
Shit.
Probably about to
she
eat
got
that last
me.
snack right now.
Yo. I gotta go.
You're like, oh shit.
Nah, I get what you're saying though, Frank. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I just always. I mean, I guess I know Brian more, so I can obviously speak to it differently.
Yeah.
But but yeah, Frank, I see what you mean, and that whoever told you that, they're that ass. That's
Bro, I
they
had like
hit
a
you right on
full
the
on
nose.
like therapy session with my sister and her boyfriend.
Oh, that was that was your sister?
Yeah.
Nigga, she hit it right on the fucking nose, I feel like, bro.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
It's because she's so much like me. Like she goes through the same emotional struggles I do. Like she's like a person that doesn't know how to feel really. That's her personal thing. Like she doesn't really know how to feel on certain things. Like so she struggles with that. She sees a therapist. She says she likes it a lot. She suggested it to me, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
You know, I've done therapy
So-
before, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
No,
You didn't like it?
it's just the therapist I had was kind of trash.
They say that too. They say sometimes it could be the actual person you're talking to. So
Yeah, they based it mostly around like religion and shit, and I was like, Eesh.
nah, you can't talk to people.
No,
I
it
need
wasn't
somebody who
advertised
believes in-
anyways. I was like,
I need somebody who doesn't
Well.
believe in religion to be able to be my therapist.
You'd be like, so what do you think Jesus would do in that situation?
and then I said,
Would Mary have done that?
how much time do we have left? Because I kind of want to go.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A closes in 50 minutes. And this just started and it's wasting.
And
my
I would
time.
say die.
Oh, that's what you say?
Anyways,
Damn. So we were on me, right? Were we
Yeah.
still on me?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Delson's turn now, I think.
Hold
Or
on,
if
I
you're not
didn't
done, I'm
finish.
sorry, D. I'm sorry, bro.
What else? What else happened in that time period?
Fuck it.
you went to New York.
I went to New York. Also, another thing I found, I figured in New York, it's like at a certain age, okay, I'm 30. At a certain age, you just either tend to accept people for who they are or you don't. And it's like, I feel like it's easier for me at the age of 30 to just be like, I don't want to deal with this person anymore. If they're family, friends, or whoever it is, like, I feel like it's easier that way. But I'm also someone who struggles with not wanting to abandon someone I love, even though they may do some stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you guys are on the same page as me in that, but like
I don't
for
know
me,
what you mean.
So like for example, it's like you have an uncle, the drunk uncle that always comes. You know what I'm saying? Annoying, whatever it is, but he's your uncle. You love him. Like you just know that person's not gonna change. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna always be that person. You love them to death, but you just know they're flawed in certain ways that you wish they weren't.
And you still love them in that way.
And you still love them painfully, even if
yeah,
it's painful for you to
I
love
think
them.
I'm the best at that.
Then, damn, that's fucked up. Brian,
Yeah,
love you,
yeah,
Brian,
yeah.
right here.
No. I'm saying like, it's you seen Drink Champs with DMX?
Yeah, I love that one episode.
Yeah. So DMX says you
Rest
gotta.
in
I
peace,
think
dog.
I think it's in that. It might be fucking Breakfast Club. I don't fucking know. But he said something about He said you gotta trust people to be the person that they are. Same way you'll know a lion's gonna bite you. or, you know, a snake might bite you, whatever. You got to trust them to be the person that they are. If they showed you evidence that they're that type of person, like you said, like you just used your uncle as an example,
Right.
whether he's a real uncle or not,
Right.
that you're going to trust him to be a snake all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a particular friend that might be a little snaky, and I've known he was always a little snaky. So I've always never be surprised by his snaky moves.
I'm not saying
he's
names.
King Aardvark, Ekans.
Me?
Yeah. He's related to me. It's crazy. But you just trust people to be who they are. You can still love them in the way that they are.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can keep them as arm's distance also.
Yeah. That's
I've never took it personal if somebody's just a piece of shit person.
yeah. And that was like
Especially if they didn't do nothing to me directly.
Yeah.
If they're a piece of shit person and they do something to affect me or the people around me, then my switch is quick.
Mhm.
Obviously, you saw that with one of our friends we no longer with. And the snake person is related to that friend. It's crazy. Y'all be with me.
I'm not with you.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Well, I'll tell you quick.
We'll
Twix, so
come back
you're
later.
with me. The friend that we all don't fuck with no more.
Okay.
The reason I stopped being friends with him is because the snake friend.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Now I'm with you.
Okay.
Understood. Copy.
Yeah, I always knew he was a snake.
Copy cool.
Back to the bubblegum store.
Knew
it since then.
That's a perfect example. I hate that we're talking in tongues because nobody understands the references. But that is a perfect example. Back to, just to keep it back for everybody to understand what we're talking about. Like, that is what I've learned at 30. Is like, I can't change people to want to treat me how I want to be treated.
Mm.
Even if I treat you fucking A+++. I've always been a person that I've never expected shit back, but I always felt like I deserve shit back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's like a redundant statement, like expecting shit, but like I never expected it, but I always felt like I should have got something back. I don't know if that's the
You
same
didn't
thing.
do it with the purpose of getting something back, but you also had
Hopes.
you had hopes that the other people were similar to you, that they would do something
in
and-
character of that to back to me.
You can't. Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is that you can't assume that people have the same character that you have.
Stuck in the mic.
Then you got wrapped around the cord.
Yeah. So exactly, Dos. Like for me, I've always been the type of person like I don't expect it back, but if I always felt like, damn, maybe something should have came back or something should have happened in reference to what I just did, and I usually just let it pass along when it's passing of friends or anything like that. Like if it's something small, I don't ever give a fuck. But it's like when it's of someone of major significance in your life and you just tend to notice that like, all right, well, you know, I'm doing this. Hey, it's me. I'm doing this, and you're not getting attention. Or the acknowledgement, probably, it could be that. More so, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledgement of what someone sacrifices and does for you.
Mm-hmm.
Or just how someone treats you.
Mm-hmm.
Better example. How someone treats you and how that should be reciprocated. And I just noticed that it's come to me that you can't expect that.
Mm-mm.
Ever. Even though I've tried all my life not to expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Even feeling wise, you just gotta, like they'll say, you just gotta understand that person is who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It is what they is. They are going to be either about them solely, their personal interests, or whatever they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta be okay with it sometimes. You know? My sister said, you don't have to. It's your choice. But like I said, if it's someone of significance, you kind of feel like you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Even
can't.
though you can,
Yeah.
you kind of just. Well, me personally, I just feel like I can't, and I feel like I'm at a point now that I'm just gonna accept people for who they are
Mm-hmm.
and treat them the same way. Like I don't feel like because in my mind I'm a good person, or I'm always trying to uplift or send out positivity in whatever way, that I should ever expect that back from anybody else, like
Definitely
ever.
not.
Or anybody. Like just live your life how you're supposed to live and behave. And it sucks whether that's someone of significance or someone of nothing. Just always just do shit out of your own will and good intentions. And I think you would be okay inside. And that's where I'm at right now with that. I'm trying to be okay with it.
I get you.
I don't want to be like an asshole and not do things for others just because one person, you know what I'm saying? Or not be there for others just because one person is
Nah,
the bad apple.
That's why your intentions are very important. And like we, like as a collective, we are shitty human beings to each other, verbally and what it looks like on the surface. But our intentions never.
I think the number one thing we've ever gotten from all the strangers that just hang out with us is how the fuck are you guys friends?
Yeah. But the
we
reason
always
why
talk
I
about
bring
that,
that up is because the intentions of our words is just to it doesn't just to, but like it proves how close we are that we allow ourselves to speak to each other that way.
Mm-hmm.
And our intention is never to hurt anybody in any way.
If we dead ass hurt you, we'd be like, oh, all
My
right,
bad. That's
damn.
the button. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
stay away from that button.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
But like our intention is never to hurt anybody. That's why intention is important. So like if you go out of your way for somebody and your intention is just to do something nice for somebody, then that's just it is what it is. Like
Mhm.
you can never expect people to be different than the person that they are.
Yeah.
And I learned that along the way too, because part of it is when you start to do that, you start to have expectations.
Yeah.
When you start to have expectations, you start to have disappointment. So like the number one thing I avoid in all facets of life is expecting something, because
Even
you'll
when you're
never
doing it-
ever get what you expect. Because if your standards are high, like mine's are,
Yeah.
whatever expectations you have will never be fulfilled. So you just gotta kind of
And try to do
take
it.
things as
Try
they
to not
are.
expect
yeah.
things. What is it? Not subconsciously. What's the other word? When you're not subconscious.
Consciously?
You're trying not to consciously expect things. What are you trying to say?
Yes. Even don't expect shit. Even when you're not consciously doing it, like I did with my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even though I tried my best to avoid it, somehow it just was hard for me not to feel it. And it goes back to the first thing me and Brian were talking about is allowing yourself to feel. So
Definitely.
yeah, like I said, man, the New York trip was a very emotional trip for me and a very life-changing trip because,
Damn.
like I said, is
I wouldn't have been able to tell, bro. If we didn't talk about it here, though, I wouldn't have been able to tell. You should share that shit more because honestly, I learned about you just now, and I learned about a little bit about myself too. Like that type of shit.
That goes to what I was trying to say earlier. It's like
about.
we've conditioned ourselves as men and as friends that, like, to go back what you said, like our dynamic is when we get together, we leave the bullshit at home.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just that constant, like, all right, this is a space of laughter. It's a space of, just everybody coming here.
Have fun.
We're having a good time. We're releasing our pain by allowing each other to just crack on each other and just laugh together. It's never been a space where we all sat down and like, damn, so yo, man, wait, what
you feel
how
about
you feel
Ukraine?
about, like, we've never sat here and been like, yo, was you ever sad about that breakup? We never had those discussions. And I'm not saying that's bad of us. I'm just saying that's just how we were since kids. Like,
It's not even
our
that.
our dynamic since we've been together for so long, we're conditioned that way.
It's not just us, bro. It's just the I don't even want to use the word gender. I don't even know if that's a word I can use anymore. But us guys in general,
That's
between guys, people don't openly look to help their friend emotionally about anything.
Yeah.
And the friend isn't trying to reveal anything that makes them seem inferior to the other person. So, I mean, it's honestly a lot more difficult.
And it can also be with pride too. Like us men thinking we
It's
could deal
more
with it on our
difficult
own.
to be vulnerable than not.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's easy to be invulnerable.
it's
yeah.
easier to fucking cover everything up. That's way easier than
100%.
putting everything on Front Street. It sounds counterintuitive, but like the hardest shit you could do is be totally open about the
Right.
shit that you're feeling and not feeling.
Dead
Because that's
ass.
way harder to do. Because you're putting everything on a fucking like. That's way harder.
Then what? Then when the nigga leaves, they're gonna be thinking about you.
that's a
type
good
shit. That's the
statement.
type of thing that people think about.
No, that's a
Yeah.
good statement because
Yeah.
prior to the trip, I thought of myself as a very openly, like, emotional person. Like, I feel like I tell everything about my life.
I thought you was gonna say
But it's
sexual.
different. What he
For
said?
some reason, I thought you were gonna say sexual.
Whoa.
I was like,
You
what?
Yeah, dude, I was coming
sexual.
I chose 116 to come out, guys. Nah, but what I'm saying is the fact that Fuck, now I forgot.
My bad.
No, it's okay.
You said you thought that you were emotionally open, and you
Yes.
talked about
Thank you,
everything
D.
that you were feeling.
Yeah, I was I basically thought prior to the trip that I was already an emotionally open person, that I talked about it a lot, and then my sister basically just made me notice that I don't. I tend to just talk about the good shit and sweep everything else under the rug, like all the bad shit, and that's why my outbursts, as I explained earlier, happened. So yeah, I agree with you, bro. I think it can be a man thing, you know. It could be just us men, and it also could be us men plus the additive of us friends just never being in that space to speak openly about certain things. And as well, mix that with pride. You know, me personally, I've noticed that I don't express a lot of things because in my head, I feel like nobody's going to give me better advice than myself. And that was one thing I noticed this time going too, is like, I always, in my head, is always like, yo, nobody can fix my problems but me, right? So nobody's going to give me the solution to what my problem is but myself. Like, I got to figure it. It's like when you play Zelda, right? Like, you're in the water temple. Like, you can easily look at the guidebook and get through the water temple, right? You can easily do it. But you if you're a real gamer, you want to get that motherfucker yourself to get that alleviation at the end. Like, oh, I did it solo. And I think that's a lot of my problem.
Fuck the water temple.
You're not saying
Fuck the water temple, right? Fuck the water temple, bro.
They're using the wrong word, I think.
What
you're saying? Pride. It's ego.
Well, it's the same thing, no? Pride and ego, same shit. They're the same shit.
Kinda.
I always thought it's pride and ego, same shit. I don't know.
It kinda is. But
sure,
it kinda
ego,
isn't.
pride, whichever. But for me, it's like, in that aspect, regardless, I'm still not up, because I think I'm the end all be all to solve my problems, that I should only keep that within myself. When that clearly, speaking to my sister and someone else who don't know shit about me, made me realize something about that. And maybe if I was to bring that to like people who do know me, maybe it'd help me as well.
Yeah,
you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
so,
bro.
Yeah, it was, just to play off the point of what you said, it's like, yeah, you probably would have never known this because I've never been that way.
Yeah.
Any of my issues is like I try to just
get
through it.
Do we really know all of everyone's problems in our fucking friend group? No, bro, because we know certain things,
But part of, and I'll give you some advice
shit.
Also when it comes to that part. Like, as you start to open up, you got to also remember that it's going to be very rare for somebody to totally understand your plight and your problems.
Yeah.
They'll never understand how fatigued you are. They'll never understand how upset something made you. They won't understand it fully. There's no possible way, because they'll have to live your days all the way through to understand totally. So as you go through the process of unveiling or revealing more information, let's say, about how you're feeling about stuff, just remember that sometimes somebody might even be belittling
unwantingly because
not on purpose,
but
for the same example that you gave us earlier, the Zimbabwe thing.
Yeah,
there's people starving in Zimbabwe or wherever country, but for us, relatively speaking, our particular problem with my PS5 remote breaking is like the end of the world.
Right.
So sometimes people won't understand this. So as you go through this step, my advice would be just be understanding that people aren't going to always get it, and sometimes the advice they give you might be condescending or might rub you the wrong way. Though. What?
Like who you're explaining in reference to, like,
you're almost off-putting. Not off-put.
Of everybody's else's issues. Like, I would do that a lot, and my sister pointed out. She's like, like, we had just had an example of like some kid. He called out of work because he was mentally strung out on work. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with him? Like, there's kids in Korea making Nike sneakers for 20 cents. Like, come on, stop bitching. And that's kind of what sparked the conversation of like that particular thing. He's like, well, you're kind of being insensitive to somebody else, because I'm like, so what? Suck it up. That's how I thought of it. But it is true. Like,
it's all relative.
It's all relative to each other. Like, it's true. Like, at the end of the day, like, just because that person, he doesn't want to work that week because he mentally, that's how he feels. And, but it's not my position to be here like, oh, don't feel that way. I have to clean up adult shit tomorrow. Like, you can't feel that way because my problem.
I'll give another example that I this is the way that I calculated in my brain. not everybody's built the same either. There's not a lot of people built like me personally. Like I feel like I'm emotionally aware of how I've been just because of shit that's happened in my life that got led me to be here. It's the same as like telling some guy because you can go and bench 225 to go sit under the bar, stop bitching and go bench it.
Mm-hmm.
He's not built like you.
Yeah.
So you can't expect him to do that.
Yeah.
So that's part of it too.
Yeah.
Not everybody's built the same. Not everybody's as emotionally strong. Not everybody's as emotionally intelligent to be able to do certain things. So it's all totally relative.
Yeah.
So I can't, like I said, I just used 225. I know that you bench 315, but I'm just using that as an example.
He talking about me.
Yeah, I'm talking to Frank, the big boy.
One shot.
One shot, one kill. What's the deal?
One shot with the kill right there. 315.
Do you even know how many how many plates that is?
Oh shit! But yeah, man. Outside of that, my New York trip was all right. You know, it is what it is. I had to go somewhere. I had those 2 weeks off for Japan that I couldn't. You know, it was either go somewhere, but had I known my trip would have went the way it was, I would have fucking went to like, I don't know, Cali by myself and just smoked my whole fucking 2 weeks away.
Yeah, that would have dumbed you down, baby.
I would have been permanently bloodshot.
Let's get to you because this cast has literally been. We're gonna call this cast the therapy session.
That's fine with me.
This is not. Yo, everything about this cast, from the beginning to the end to the date to the time, is nothing like the Two Sides of a Coin podcast.
You know what's even more funny is
guys,
like
this should be like a Patreon episode.
Remember how we were saying before like that the coffee is like fucking psychedelic.
Yo,
it's making y'all it's making y'all emotional.
Yo, what the fuck? This coffee is over here.
Introspective. It's making
this shit
introspective.
is our therapy elixir, Brian.
Yo, you drink the coffee at the crib, and you at the crib with your girls talking about everything that's going on.
I'm just like, yeah. So we were just sitting there. She's like, why are you laying down and talking to me that way?
Yeah.
Are you gonna fucking listen?
I'm talking to you.
Brian be yelling at it, Chauncey.
Nah, like, you know what's crazy is like after hearing you guys' like, you know, like development through this time, I don't have anything as amazing as that. I don't.
You don't have anything.
It doesn't have to be amazing.
The only thing I could tell you is that I just know that I'm built different than a lot of people.
But Delson, I'm gonna say something.
And I always invite violence to my front door.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though, Delson, you did go through some shit, and you know you could deal with it a certain way, so you think it's nothing, but to someone else, they might think it's a lot. You know, like for example, you know, handling something, you know what I'm saying, that should be, I don't know if I could.
Oh, you're saying, oh, okay.
This. I don't know if I could alliterate.
You mean
this
like involving, inviting violence to my front door?
Yeah, don't do that.
I think it's always the best option.
Do you just assume they're gonna like not do it, or are you waiting there? Like, are you waiting right behind the door? Like, you send that text out, you know where I stay, and then you just sit in front of your door like this, waiting.
See, truthfully, this is what it is when you do stuff like that. This is truthfully for me, from my perspective. I don't know. I think most people is a bluff. For me, it's like I'm at my wit's end. So if I'm inviting violence to my front door in any situation, it's the only option. That's it. Got anything else to say? Just that's the only thing. Yeah, come through if you want. You just come through. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I deal with a lot on a regular basis. I have a lot on my plate all the time, and I'm moving in 100 directions at the same time, which is impossible. But I don't feel like I've had anything. Because I be like, truthfully, like because I have the kids, obviously, I have work and helping mom. I mean, Brian helps mom a lot more than me, but helping mom, like, and then now we're going to be doing the podcast, like that in conjunction, and just keeping my house together, like just keeping it so it doesn't look like people don't live here.
So you always pussy ready. So
always,
like, it's nice and clean. So when she come over, he ain't had no bitches in here.
You know what I noticed?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. That is not even close. I just can't have shit all over the place. That's just not me. And then I have my kids that don't care about that. because their standards are different in different places. But my standards here are very different. Like I like things to be clean, not Cheerios and fucking Fruit Loops hanging out everywhere. That's crazy
because I remember a couple years ago, Delson kitchen used to smell weird and shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, just one day to the next, everything's all clean all of a sudden.
It's crazy how things change, right?
You guys are terrible.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's just say things always get
I
green
was a blind fan.
great.
Only I didn't know you guys.
No, but all jokes aside, yeah, I mean that's really what it is for me. Is like I'm usually so busy that I haven't had anything else going on.
So basically, in the 5 weeks that you are, we've been on.
No growth.
You ain't fuck nothing new.
Damn.
You ain't got nothing new.
You know what? Though, Frank? I seen a new type of drink in Delson's fridge, and I think that's how we know.
Whoa.
He got orange Fanta in there. I don't know what that means, but that means orange something. Fanta? There was different.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, just so y'all understand where that came from. That's been there since the last time we casted.
Oh,
it was in the pantry, and we finally went through the Cokes. Because, I always only get Coke for you.
Yeah.
And it was buy two, get one free, and I always get ginger ale, and I always get Coke.
Oh,
so the third one, I was like,
so you don't wanna, huh?
And I just put it in the fridge.
Is that what you're doing? Don't you wanna Fanta?
I just go to the hallway, just roll it down the hallway, just hope something picks it up.
Shit.
You just popping them pops right now.
I don't. All I'm saying is every time I go to Dawson Fridge, there's a new drink. I don't know. I think Dawson flew in somewhere.
And I haven't seen some lemonade in there quite some time.
Yeah.
There's strawberry lemonade and regular lemonade. Fuck you.
And quite some time.
Oh man! Clearly,
gosh.
there's a bunch of inside jokes happening right now.
Go back in the episodes. Go back in the episodes and listen. Then you'll find out.
If they're long time listeners, they definitely understand the lemonade joke.
That's deadass in the fucking title of the episode.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. By the way, I didn't know my family was listening to the episode I told about me getting molested, and I had to explain that.
There was hey, yo.
She's like, I had to stop listening. It was my aunt. She's like, I had to stop listening to the episode. It's like, when the fuck did that happen?
Took the headphones off.
I'm like, I was a kid.
Called you, Frank.
That was fun. I was like, well, shit. Thanks for listening, at least.
Yeah, right. Good looks. That's all you said. Thanks for listening.
Oh shit!
There you go.
I didn't have any quick hits today because I was like, well, I feel like nothing is relevant outside the only good news, quick news in the real world. Apparently, they found the suspect to the Brooklyn subway shooting today.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody died, which is good. Nobody died.
Oh, they got hurt?
They all got shot though.
Oh, okay.
There was 10 people that actually got shot.
Jesus.
Thank God nobody died.
But no one died. No one has life-threatening.
Oh, nobody's life-threatening either?
No
Thank God.
life-threatening
Thank God.
injuries.
Thank God.
You know what happened, right?
Why'd he throw his life away just to hurt 10 people?
Bro, he smoke bombed the subway and then started shooting inside the subway. So
I seen the
smoke bomb and then started dumping it off inside.
So he couldn't even see himself.
Right, he just let the clip go inside them. Like
that
right there, you
Predator?
a sick bastard. So even if I'm just happy no one got killed.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
It sucks the situation. I'm glad hopefully they caught who did this shit, but just wanted to say no one died. So
wait, you said that you hope they caught him?
Yeah, I hope they caught him already. Somebody I'd seen in the chat that supposedly they have a suspect.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the actual person. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I don't have any other quick hits. We didn't want to talk about Will Smith. That's fucking oversaturated. Seems like the war in Russia died out, right, guys? No one's talking about that anymore.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason for that.
There's got to be a reason for that.
They found the Holy Grail over there.
Now they're trying to just cahoots together and get it, huh? So then they can basically train a holy knight army to then come and take over here. The thing is they don't know. We have our own Holy Grail that only 10 people from the United States will get chosen to fight for this grail.
Ooh.
We all get heroes. So I might get King Arthur.
Oh.
You might get
He's about to say a girl.
No. You might get Gilgamesh.
I'm ugly?
Y'all left me a little bit, so I'm just just pretend.
It's okay.
Smile and nod
It's
with
okay.
the thumbs up.
It's alright, though. You don't have to listen.
Yeah. I don't have anything else, guys. You guys want to add anything else?
D. Delson, what's up?
We're
man?
sorry about the serious episode, but maybe,
Nah,
you know
we
what?
needed it.
I
We
feel like
needed
this
it.
episode was showing our, how you
Two
say?
sides.
That's a good way to
Fuck.
put it. Or I was going to say how we're like a Swiss Army knife. We can give it to you in different ways on the cast.
Ooh.
You want some?
I can give it to you different ways.
You
Dad.
want some introspect? You want some funny,
Hey.
stupid, ignorant shit? You know that's our specialty.
Yeah.
But now we can get into the introspective, emotional bag.
Mm.
What other podcast full of men you getting that at? Nowhere.
That's low key my bag though.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
not your bag.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's so
They
my
bring
bag.
that back out more, D. I want to see it. Bring it out.
Oh no, he's missing it. When he thinks I'm talking about on the podcast. On the podcast, I'm the guy that's just like dry and mean.
Oh, you
Yeah.
talking about real life? You sending dick pics?
Yo.
What is introspective about dick pics? Can you please elaborate?
You're like, yo, check this out. Look at the 3 layers:
Why do I have 3 layers on my meat?
bush, skin, meat.
What the What is wrong with
Yo,
Y'all be talking about me, man.
yo,
That was crazy.
Straight up, sending somebody the 3-layer joint, they should be in prison.
Somebody
be
that
straight-
sent it, or is the person that received it?
No, the person that sent it needs
Nah,
to go
the
straight
person
to
that
jail.
received it too.
Why?
I heard about that
Because they
guy.
looked at it. They need to go to
that
jail.
means
Did you
Brian
guys-
is the person that sent it.
Did you guys hear about that guy who almost had his penis amputated because he almost cut the blood circulation from a pubic hair? Like, his shit was so fucked up that he wasn't, like, taming it, that his shit got stuck in one of his own pubic hairs and was cutting the blood circulation to the point that his meat, like, almost, like,
Dude, how do
was
you
like
not
gonna
notice that
not
that
clip.
shit hurts like after the
Yeah.
first minute? People are so weird about shit like
Maybe
that.
his
He's
shit
probably
was, like,
fat
small.
as shit. He's probably so fat he hasn't even seen his meat
he
in like
got the
6
Peter
months.
Griffin.
he got he got the Peter Griffin.
Yeah, he got to have like the extra layer of fat.
You don't see the belly button.
Mm-mm.
Let me see your belly.
He can walk butt ass and there's
Cinnamon.
nothing
It's got
being
some
seen.
cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
All right, well, if that's all we got, fellas. Where we at? How much time?
About 60 in a minute, bro.
60?
That's it, bro.
Really?
62.
Yeah, we had a
All
good,
we did
nice,
was basically
long talk.
recap and get some introspective in there. And then I didn't really have anything to add there other than
Yeah, why?
because nothing happened. Well, nothing but work happened.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty
I
much
hear
it.
you, bro.
And you know, D don't like dicking down his coworker, so
The climate.
What's wrong with you?
times are different. Let's get back to Mad Men days.
Madmen days.
Oh man, Mad Men
Yeah.
days. He's saying he's crazy. He's talking some crazy shit. So Mad,
What the fuck's going on over
you
here?
know Mad Men,
the shit went crazy on that office, boy. When they used to throw parties, that
Come
shit
here,
used to be
Peggy.
lit. Come here.
He was helicoptering around the room.
Nigga.
Let's just say Dels, you would have been a legend.
Fucking
right.
stupid.
All right, well,
If you made it this
Everyone-
far, if you made it this far, thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, subscribe now. If you made it this far and you hate our cast, please tell Brian. It's at Santana_McFly on all your socials. And then the rest
man,
of
I'm
the
kinda mad
love.
we didn't get to what we were watching, but that's fine. We'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, who?
No, you didn't sign it up.
Oh, my bad. I thought
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
I thought you didn't finish your thanks. Of course, thank you everybody who listens, watches, subscribes, unsubscribes, comments, and not comments. And of course, until next time, we are the Two Sides of a Coin podcast.
Stay classy. Just
Okay.
fucking just
Geico,
Miami.
Huh?
Kia.
Huh? Kia Optima exploded.
Oh fuck.
Stay classy, Satan.